Hi, good morning, everyone. It's Gary here, and warm welcome back to the fourth official here on YouTube. Joining you on Thursday, the 27th of February, the morning after Barry Ferguson's first match as Rangers interim head coach. And what a roller coaster of a 90 minutes it was down at Rugby Park, Kilmarnock last night. Rangers eventually coming back to win 4-2. But that's only half the story. The match pretty much summed up Rangers' season. Very, very shaky in defence. Some moments of individual brilliance up front. But I think the main takeaway, I think, from the game for me watching it was there was a bit of pride in the performance from the players who so badly let the fans down against St Mirren, against Queen's Park. We're fortunate up at Tynecastle last weekend with the couple of own goals helping us across the line in that one. But what you could really see after that initial kind of 20-25 minute period where Kilmarnock came flying out the traps, Rangers looked absolutely shell shocked. Young Clinton Inshallah off the back of two rickets at the weekend against St Mirren, once again culpable, I think, for a couple of mistakes that helped the Kilmarnock opening goals. First of all, Robin Proper falling over Inshallah in the box, allowing Joe Wright a free header at the back post, and then being very hesitant at the back to allow Brad Lyons to capitalise on a very weak header. Bit of hesitancy from Nico Rashkin, and then Lyons breaks and puts an absolute peach of a curler. To be fair to him, a really nice finish past Jack Butland. And at that point, it was 2-0 going on 4-5-0. Rangers looked absolutely shell shocked. They didn't know how to get out of their own half. They weren't creating anything outside of an early opportunity that Hamza Gaman had, where the Kilmarnock goalkeeper made a brilliant save from a acrobatic volley from Egaman, which at 0-0 would have maybe made the start of the game very different if that had ended up in the back of the net. But that first 20-25 minutes, Kilmarnock were aggressive, they were in Rangers' faces, and not for the first time this season, Rangers' defensive shape just looked all over the place. Robin Proper and Hamza Egaman, not Hamza Egaman, sorry, and Clinton Inshallah really looking um, shaky and up against the likes of Bobby Wales and Marley Watkins, who gave them a torrid time in that opening 20-25 minute period. As I say, it could have been a lot more, but thankfully it was only 2-0. And then there was substitute made by Barry Ferguson after just half an hour. Young Clinton Inshallah taken off, replaced by Ridvan Yilmaz, and that's all the captain, James Tavernier, moving to centre back with Ridvan going into the right back position. And almost immediately that allowed Rangers to get a bit of a foothold into the game to try and put a few passes together, try and get on the ball, and they were able to create something, and some really good, quick thinking from Mohamed Diamandi set up Václav Cherny for what looked like a consolation goal with 10 minutes to go in that first half. Really good advantage played by referee Don Robertson, to be fair to him. Not for the first time this season we've had to talk about referees on here, but credit where credit's due. He allowed the play to go on. Diamandi threads Cherny through, and Cherny with a really tidy, composed finish. And really, it was the first sign of any sort of composure at all from Rangers in that first half period. And you just felt that the players started to get a bit of a lift from that. They were, as I say, under the caution that kind of first half an hour period. But getting that one back before half time just allowed the momentum to maybe change a little bit away from Kilmarnock, who had that fast start. And that allowed, obviously, Barry Ferguson, Neil McCann, Billy Dodds, time at half time to almost reorganise, have a few kicks up the backside, which I think will have happened. And second half, really, Rangers came out a completely different side. They were composed, they were on the ball, they were able to create opportunities. And once again, Cyril Dessers, I don't think anyone at half time would have been surprised if both Cyril Dessers and Yanis Hadji had been withdrawn at half time, given how ineffective they were in that first half. But second half, Dessers does what Dessers has done this season, making the difficult chances look very, very easy. One header, Rangers scoring from a corner. How often have we said that this season? Not very. But corner came in. Dessers gets a bit of a free header. Egeman does really well to make some space with the Kelly defence. The header from Dessers goes through O'Hara's legs, and then a beautiful long ball from Ridvan Yilmaz finds Cyril Dessers, who sees the ball dropping over his shoulder, and he has a volley into the back of the net. That gives Rangers 3-2. Dessers runs straight into the crowd, and the atmosphere in Kilmarnock from that Rangers away end last night just felt different. And listen, no one's under any illusions that this management team is going to come in under the next iteration of Pep Guardiola. But what they were able to do last night was, in the face of adversity, they were able to initiate a change, initiate a comeback, initiate something that Rangers just haven't done all that often. Only 4 wins and 14 down at Rugby Park, and to come from 2-0 down, it's almost unheard of for this Rangers team to find a way to be behind and then come back and pick up all 3 points. Nadeem Bayrami then came off the bench, and he got a late goal to kind of seal the points. And rightly, all the noise from the crowd was directed towards Barry Ferguson, and you saw what it meant to the Rangers manager at the end of the game, where he's going round all these players, particularly Clinton and Shala, putting their arm round them and going, "Yep, work to be done with Clinton to try and rehabilitate him." That's a couple of games now where he's looked incredibly shaky, but the fact that the team were able to turn a negative into a positive last night, come away with 3 points. Now, we know the league is more than over, still 13 points of a gap. But if we can go on a little bit of a run, create a bit more positivity in and around the team and the squad, it sets us up for obviously what's going to be a big few games with a double header against Fenerbahce and then a trip to Parkhead on the horizon. Motherwell first on Saturday at Ibrox, and plenty of coverage to come here on the Fourth Official. Full match analysis over on our Patreon with myself and Scott Young will drop later on today, as well as the first in a new series of Squad Game with Motherwell fan Jenna Thompson. That will be with you probably tomorrow, ahead of Motherwell coming to Ibrox on Saturday. As always, big thank you to everyone for watching here on the Fourth Official YouTube. If you want to see more from us, find us www.patreon.com/the4thofficial. I'll speak to you next time. Goodbye.